79 years ago, on the beaches of Normandy, courage echoed. The sands of Normandy bore witness to an unprecedented display of bravery and sacrifice. Allied soldiers facing down fascism stormed ashore, their bravery echoing through history. These men from diverse backgrounds and nations, united under a common cause, fought with unwavering determination. Today, that echo calls to us again, a stark reminder that freedom is not free. The sacrifices made on those shores remind us of the high cost of liberty and the enduring need to protect it. From the streets of Ukraine to the halls of power, the fight for democracy continues. In every corner of the globe, people rise to defend their rights, echoing the courage of those who came before them. The spirit of those who fought on D-Day, who sacrificed for liberty, must inspire us today. Their stories of valor and sacrifice are not just historical footnotes, but living legacies that challenge us to act. Their bravery serves as a beacon, reminding us of the fragility of freedom and the constant need to safeguard it. Each generation must take up the mantle to protect the freedoms we hold dear. Their legacy is our inheritance, a torch passed down through generations, demanding we too stand against tyranny in all its forms. This torch lights our way, guiding us through the darkness of oppression. This is not a battle fought solely on distant shores or in bygone eras. The struggle for democracy is ongoing, manifesting in various forms and places, from peaceful protests to legislative battles. The fight for democracy is a perpetual struggle, a commitment that demands constant vigilance and unwavering resolve. It is a fight that requires every generation to remain alert and proactive. It requires recognizing that the enemies of freedom are not always easily identifiable, sometimes lurking in the shadows, eroding the very foundations of our societies. These threats can be subtle, insidious, and persistent. The world watches, waiting to see if we, the inheritors of this hard-won freedom, will rise to the challenge, echoing the courage of those who came before us. Our actions today will determine the legacy we leave for future generations. Will we be the generation that allows the flame of liberty to flicker and fade? Or will we rise to the occasion, ensuring that the sacrifices of the past were not in vain? Or will we, inspired by the heroes of Normandy, fan it into a beacon that illuminates the path toward a brighter, freer future? The choice is ours, and the echoes of courage from Normandy urge us to choose wisely and act bravely. Normandy stands as a testament to the human spirit's ability to overcome even the most daunting challenges. The serene landscape of the Normandy American Cemetery and Memorial today belies the fierce battles that once raged here, a stark contrast that underscores the profound transformation from war to peace. The sheer scale of the operation, the coordination of Allied forces, the bravery in the face of overwhelming odds, it serves as a powerful reminder of what can be achieved when nations unite against a common enemy. The meticulous planning and execution of the D-Day landings were nothing short of extraordinary, involving thousands of troops, ships, and aircraft in a synchronized effort that changed the course of history. The victory on those beaches marked a turning point in World War II, paving the way for the eventual defeat of Nazi Germany. The liberation of Paris and the subsequent surrender of Nazi forces were direct results of the courage and sacrifice displayed on the shores of Normandy. But the legacy of Normandy extends far beyond the battlefield. It lives on in the hearts and minds of those who remember the sacrifices made and the freedoms won. The reunions of veterans and the monuments that dot the landscape serve as enduring symbols of the bravery and resilience of those who fought. It serves as a timeless reminder of the high cost of freedom and the importance of international cooperation in upholding democratic values. The principles fought for on those beaches continue to inspire movements for democracy and human rights around the world. The lessons learned on those blood-soaked sands continue to resonate in the halls of power, shaping foreign policy and reminding us of the devastating consequences of appeasement and inaction. The decisions made by world leaders today are often influenced by the hard-won lessons of Normandy, emphasizing the need for vigilance and proactive measures in the face of emerging threats. The sacrifices made on those beaches underscore the importance of diplomacy, dialogue, and collective action in addressing global threats. The collaborative efforts seen in global diplomacy and peacekeeping missions are a testament to the enduring legacy of unity and cooperation that Normandy represents. Normandy's legacy, however, is not merely a historical artifact. It is a living, breathing testament to the enduring power of human courage and the ongoing responsibility to safeguard the hard-won peace and freedom that so many fought and died to secure. It is a living testament to the enduring power of human courage and the enduring responsibility to safeguard the hard-won peace and freedom that so many fought and died to secure. The ceremonies and preservation efforts ensure that future generations understand the significance of what was achieved and the cost at which it came. It is a call to action for every generation to stand vigilant against tyranny and to defend the principles of liberty and democracy wherever they are threatened. The legacy of Normandy is a beacon, guiding us to uphold the values of freedom, justice, and human dignity in an ever-changing world. The world today is vastly different from the one that existed in 1944. The post-World War II order, characterized by American dominance and a bipolar system, has given way to a more multipolar world, with power diffused among various state and non-state actors. Globalization, technological advancements, and the rise of new ideologies have created a complex web of interconnected challenges, from climate change and pandemics to cyber warfare and terrorism. These transnational threats defy traditional notions of national security and require a coordinated global response. The rise of authoritarianism, populism, and nationalism in many parts of the world poses a significant challenge to the liberal international order. These forces exploit economic anxieties, social divisions, and political polarization to undermine democratic institutions and norms. In this shifting landscape, the principles that underpin the Normandy landings, collective security, multilateralism, and the defense of democratic values, are more relevant than ever. To navigate the complexities of this new world order, we need leaders who understand the interconnected nature of global challenges and are committed to working collaboratively to address them. Today's battlefields are not always defined by trenches and tanks. The fight for democracy is now waged on multiple fronts, from the digital realm to the court of public opinion. Misinformation, propaganda, and cyber attacks have become the weapons of choice for those seeking to undermine democratic institutions and sow discord. Authoritarian regimes, recognizing the power of information, have weaponized it, spreading disinformation and propaganda to manipulate public opinion, discredit opponents, and interfere in democratic processes. The digital age has provided them with the tools to bypass traditional media and reach vast audiences directly, amplifying their message and sowing seeds of division. Economic coercion, political interference, and military aggression are also used to undermine democracies and expand authoritarian influence. From the annexation of Crimea to the ongoing war in Ukraine, the world has witnessed firsthand the devastating consequences of unchecked aggression and the fragility of peace. The enemies of freedom are insidious, adaptable, and relentless, employing a combination of traditional and unconventional tactics to achieve their objectives. To counter these threats, democratic nations must be equally adaptable, embracing innovation, strengthening alliances, and standing united in the face of aggression. The greatest danger we face in this struggle is not the might of our adversaries, but our own complacency. It is the silent acceptance of the status quo, the quiet surrender to the forces that seek to undermine our freedoms. Apathy, indifference, and a sense of inevitability are the insidious enemies that can erode our freedoms from within. These feelings create a fertile ground for the erosion of our rights and liberties. When we take our rights for granted, when we fail to exercise our civic duties, we weaken the very fabric of democracy. Voting, participating in community discussions, and staying informed are not just privileges, but responsibilities. The erosion of democratic norms, the rise of political polarization, and the spread of misinformation are not merely abstract concepts. They manifest in our daily lives, affecting our communities, our relationships, and our future. They have real-world consequences, chipping away at the foundations of our societies and making us vulnerable to manipulation and exploitation. The spread of false information can divide us, making it easier for those with malicious intent to gain power. History has taught us time and again that freedom is not a spectator sport. It is a hard-won prize that requires constant effort and dedication to maintain. It requires active participation, constant vigilance, and a willingness to defend it against all threats, both foreign and domestic. Engaging in civil discourse, protesting injustices, and holding our leaders accountable are all part of this ongoing effort. When we become complacent, when we allow cynicism and apathy to take root, we create a vacuum that authoritarians are all too eager to fill. This vacuum can lead to the erosion of our rights and the rise of oppressive regimes. The price of freedom is eternal vigilance. It is a never-ending commitment to safeguarding our liberties and ensuring that they are not taken away. It is the responsibility of every citizen to be informed, engaged, and willing to hold their leaders accountable. This means staying educated on issues, voting in every election, and speaking out against injustices. It is a collective effort, requiring us to bridge divides, find common ground, and work together to safeguard the principles that make democracy strong. Only through unity and active participation can we ensure a future where freedom and justice prevail for all.